Right now, somewhere in northern Tanzania, a Hadza man is napping in the shade. He's done with his work for the day. The Hadza are one of the last hunter-gatherer groups left on Earth, and they still live the way every human lived for 300,000 years. Ancient humans worked about 2.5 hours a day, hunting, gathering, cooking, every chore that kept them alive. Most of us hit that before lunch. They have almost none of the chronic diseases that kill us. They laugh with their families more in one afternoon than most of us laugh with ours all week. And every researcher who has lived with them comes back saying the same thing. They look happier than we are. In 1968, anthropologist Richard Lee published years of data on the Kung Bushman. His total, about 15 hours of work per week. Your ancestors did not have a boss. They did not pay rent. They did not have weekends. Every day was mostly a weekend sunrise. You wake to the sky getting lighter, the temperature shifting, the camp moving around you. You sleep on a hide over flattened grass. There are roughly 25 to 30 people in your camp. You know every single one of them. Your grandmother sleeps a few feet from your children. The first hour is talking. Polly Wiesner found that Bushmen spend hours every day in casual conversation. This is not gossip in the trivial sense. This conversation is the operating system of the camp. If a man hoarded meat, people made jokes about him until he stopped. If you became unbearable, eventually no camp would have you the harshest punishment. It almost never had to be used. In 1969, Lee bought the biggest, fattest ox he could find for Christmas. The Kung made fun of the gift for weeks, said it was too skinny, the meat would be terrible. Result, present, an old man explained. The bigger the kill, the harder we mock. That is how we keep hunters from thinking they are better than everyone else. Mid-morning, the men start to gather for the hunt. Hunting is dramatic. It is also unreliable. On any given day, most hunters come home empty-handed. Their arrows are tipped with poison from the sap of a desert rose. The hunter shoots, then tracks the animal for hours while the poison works. They have brought down everything from antelope to giraffe this way. The hunters are not the ones who feed the camp, the women are. Among the Hadza, women provide more than half of the camp's calories. They go out in groups every day, climbing, digging, gathering. Older stick figure women with gray hair, carrying the largest basket of food. The most productive gatherers are usually the grandmothers. Women in their 50s and 60s bring back more food per day than mothers in their 20s. Many still walk 5-10 miles into their 70s. This is called the grandmother hypothesis. It explains why humans are the only primate whose women live decades past menopause. A Hadza 3-year-old plays with a small digging stick next to her mother. By 6, she can find food on her own. By 10, she is contributing meaningfully to the family. By 8, a Hadza boy can be sent out alone with his bow and come back with a bird. That is just what an 8-year-old does. Anthropologist David Lancy studied dozens of traditional communities and found that children spent most of their day in mixed-age playgroups. Older kids taught younger kids. Adults rarely interfered.